Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how snooze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are the channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of a program we call Colores right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Also, we can discuss issues then when they come out from the front page of the different newspaper then. And after that, we can get people and where they come and help we for analyze the different issues them where the newspaper front page then they carry. So inside the program this morning, where they start with the Arauco newspaper. The Arauco newspaper is the first paper where we begin look at inside the program this morning. And the Arauco newspaper gets banner headline them where say, it's a inadequate dormitory facility in the learning for visually impaired pupils in Kenya. You get 10 political parties express satisfaction with June election, call for inclusion of smaller parties. Mohamed Bangura, PLP party, call for review of PR system threshold. And Commander Bokari extol 11 Infantry Battalion advises against social media misinformation. The next paper, now the Concord Times newspaper, we say South African president to honor Chief Justice Babatunde Edwards, and the UNFPA government Chinese embassy commits to fight cervical cancer. Police concern about frequent drowning of people in Waterloo and imminent flooding. SLMet warns Sierra Leone Meteorological Department warns citizens to monitor their communities. The next one of the Premier News will say girl deceived into servitude and woman aluminium worker hopes of training other female, and free education project lacks in procurement guidelines IPRP. Teacher die of acute hemorrhagic shock due to severe bleeding, pathologist. And you as well get this another story there for you inside the Premier News. The next one at the AZ newspaper we say Nigerian newspaper report ECOWAS speakers poor leadership style, and President Bio appeals for healthy meals for children by 2030. UK magazine nominates Sierra Leone as most desirable destination. Sierra Rutile Company, Africa LEONE agriculture involved in farm land saga. APA commends ECSL for conducting free, fair, credible elections. Independent Observer and the next paper where say IGR identifies lapses in parliament and post-election as political debate in Sierra Leone. This is another story for you inside this edition of the Independent Observer. The next paper for this morning, now the Indigenous newspaper will say drug usage among young people is alarming, and peace without unity and justice is challenging, says journalist M.O. Hamad. And politicians advised by Honorable I.B. Kalbo on penalties of a one-party state. Cleaner newspaper, the next paper will say 4 questions following June 24 general elections. Is it true that ex-information minister undermines Biori election campaign? Details next edition. You as well get High Court slams injunction against Medsaj, Rajak Ba, Abdullahi Bari, and others. Content creator bags best in first award as Women Conference in Kigali. Public review at the next paper, fraudster at Cunit and Save Our Democracy. Sierra Leone protest in Brussels against Bio government. The death of the Providence teacher was homicidal, says Dr. Ruiz. And PWD's demand for deputy minister. And this is another story for inside the public review. The next one at the Times newspaper, we say Rado Soiree. Kenya Ballet sailed through parliaments And you as well get legal action against radio democracy. IG Cello hinders President Bio's romance with media, asked the US consular. The next one at the Guardian Post, we say Sierra Leone Brewery Limited cries for more sorghum farmers, and the highest ranking for Salon passports. APC minister celebrates Mohamed Bangura. APA praises Salon police, girls education thriving. Usman Timbo breaks silence, and Yvonne Akesoya expresses concern. Peace and conflict student calls for tranquility. The next one, the For the People newspaper, we say fake drugs manufacturer racket exposed. Bill runs over bloated cabinet amid desperate economic hardship. E-report exposes a flood in election. And the next one, the New Age newspaper, will say G Alliance, Bio Revenge, G Alliance, Bio Renege on SLPP NGC Bintumani agreement. And you as well get brief calls for increase in sorghum production. Sierra Leone passports secures 74th places in global ranking, moving 10 places or 10 steps upwards. The next one, Africa 24, we say lawlessness. Yesterday from today, WAFEM conduct training for members and Maxim industry to boost Rubamba community. President Bio appeals. You get the next paper. I think that all this we get inside the program this morning. Well, we did take a very short break and bring we guess them inside for let we actually look at the front page and the story that we're doing here so far. We'll come back just now. Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So, now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So, not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So, now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So, not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, usai we go bring to una different guests dem wey dey can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, usai we go bring to una different.
All right, welcome back. You still watch, Koreas on YouTube and on Facebook. Usai we discuss issues them, where they come from the front page of the newspaper them. So we get the guest with we inside the program. One of the guests them. And this is not the first time we join me inside the program. In name na Alpha Samai. Alpha Samai na citizen, na activist as well, and a person where he go associate himself with the opposition party where na the APC. So let me go straight off. Alpha, interestingly, when we start this program, for the first time when you join me in the program, we get one traditional question where we can first ask. The program in name na Colors, and of course what's na Colors, ain't it? Alpha, don't me? Unfortunately, the network don't kick Alpha out. The network don't kick him out. But I'll just get a short break, not go no side, and when they come back, just not for that we can continue with them, okay?
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, usai we go bring to una different guests dem wey dey can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala na we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, Colors, some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget.
Right, sorry, very, very sorry. We actually dey get challenge with the guest. I been dey inside, the line been not red, wey mean say the network not been too strong, and now we don't go off well. And not before know it waiting at the problem. Whether na that side on down or na the internet connection, not really the game chance. But please continue for stay with me. Let we find better solution for you, quick one, okay?
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors, some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors, some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors, some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube, who we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when them cook the soup or plasas where them like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call colors, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the people, the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep.
Alright, we're very sorry. Really challenging right now. Well, now this I can say something day. Or we can manage for get guests. Okay, really easy. But it's challenging right now for get them. But today, for long term, I just want for let we get this thing done without let we not deal without discuss anything before we go. So what thing I could do for let we all go be part of this one. Now for let we go able for Fenway how to discuss something, we see Usai the ECSL, for example. Let's just get them up for an alone and say exactly what I try for say. The ECSL don't pull what say, then the weights for the then the weight right now for the for UNDP for let them pay the people them way work by this election. Let's just read exactly within ECSL then say out of this press release. Yeah, let's just read them quickly and then we can come and discuss. You can tell me what you think about this. Based on this press release and based on waiting Mother Baby not to talk this BNT. This press release thing with them pull yesterday, the 24th. So this one from ECSL and say the commission don't notice say they don't delay in the payment for the polling staff then we work on the June 24th election. We now due to the administrative and documentation issue them where UNDP they ask for, and then they try so much for make them go try for see how they can able for pay because UNDP now supposed for fund the payment of the polling staff them. So in other words, the money for let them pay the one they always work on the election, the one they work on the polling stations them now UNDP now in the fund that particular thing then them for pay. They say as it is right now, the commission don't complete all in documentation. Yeah, all the documentation where they need for do, and they don't send them to all the documentation and they to the UNDP. And then the hope say they will able for do the payment for all of the polling staff them by the end of this week. This now according to the ECSL. And say so the commission when at the ECSL one for use this opportunity for tell all and for tell thank you and say they appreciate all the one them we put them best for work during as polling staff even though they may get high pressure a level of intimidation even though they be there under they may intimidate them and sometimes they threaten them and the safety not being too okay. The same way so say that they appreciate una and then tell una plenty thank you. The commission also want for tell thank you to all the polling and staff them, for way una patient and show understanding, as una continue for the wait for una couple. So this now the ECSL as the but waiting actually me they try for see or waiting are they see in all of this thing as we follow just get discussion before we end the program because we just get 30 minutes we always the whole of 30 minutes back waiting they beat me imagination now we the government DM people here so we above only and solely so them people here so for let them help we for let we go able for go before. But every day, if you listen to government or government official, then go they tell you say the people I see that they call them a dwarf, or they will call and say then go say we get sovereign states. We're not able because when you say independent or sovereign, it means that you're not able to nobody. For example, me Sidona, I no go able to somebody for they can't feed me na me house every day. Anything I want for send me picking go school, pass I go knock na neighbor house, all of them things and they. But with government every day they tell we say the independent, then a sovereign state. But every day again then they able for other people them for lay, then go able for get couple for take care of them. So me are not able to understand waiting at this thing with ECSL, waiting at this thing with the government and other people them. With regards this, sovereign thing. Sovereign means say you take care of responsibility for yourself. But anyway, I don't know waiting because the way me see these things, I totally lost idea. I don't even know waiting for say with regards this particular thing. I don't even know waiting for say with regards this particular thing. As we go along the way, if we get any of the guests that we join with, we will actually accommodate them. But if not, I think say we will continue with waiting we want for do as we go along. So waiting are basically the time for say we get, this situation they also where they face, where the country they face right now. But every day when you listen, you get different things the way they go to tell you. Every day when you listen, you get different things the way they go to try for interpret for you. But still, we dey try for see wetin dey happen. But what do you think about this? ECSL about strongly per then people they also for them pay their own staff them we don't work for them. But at the same time, we know they recognize them. We dey try for embarrass. We dey fit tell them like every day. We independent. We not get nothing for do for we. Now we dey do all the things that them in day. Where them things they also they happen. All of them funny stuff they also. So what do you think? Today we get the opportunity for the world to sit down and talk inside this, because long term people they don't they call, hey, I want for talk. I'm not glad with you. All these guests don't talk. I'm not glad. So today, then say nothing can make team be. All things get reason for happen. So today the reason on this. So let we see if we can use the rest start 25 minutes for your review on some of the things them where you don't already see from the paper them, or for example this thing where ECSL don't pull soon. So we'll wait and see if you get interest for discuss, because long term you don't need cry say then people are working out knocking good. So if finally they pull them, so now you turn now look at your voice. Don't think low hear what you think. The line open for you want for add your voice into this. Now the other thing that they say sovereign state, but yet still with the length no more. In fact, if we not lent money, we will lent box. Now we don't. Now the workman and don't pay no day for them. He says and not get couple for pay them. Pass UNDP back and then they go pan so waiting at this thing about sovereign. UNDP for pay all the polling staff them. So waiting at this thing about sovereignty. All they talk about in a sovereign state. So let me hear your voice if you get interest for discuss any of the issue. Then the line open. The line open. Oh. Today you get the opportunity for talk inside Congress. For let we discuss inside Congress. Tomorrow we will get guests that they tell you go say I want for talk. Oh, and not like all these guests been the talk. Come now and talk. Let me hear what you think. Let me hear what you think. Because we country we are with inside. Every day we get different system. If we not get call in the next 5 minutes, I think we will get for drop the cutting down, because we not going to continue for day. If we get voices, then where they come inside and analyze things, then for we like how they can request, then that's not good bad at all. Let me go get the first call already in the line now. Welcome to the show. Where is I call from?
Well, I say good
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
How the morning, sir?
Master, thank you. They go.
I know.
What's in the ground today? Today on they talk about ECSL, the gimmicks where they play.
Well,
I just make something straight, and you can stop me along the line and ask me questions.
right.
Just a few things they when I want to say. I guess these people let me talk say 90% na government fund that, right? So the 10%, that means say, because the first thing first in any organization, when you run the organization is about your staff, right? You want to care for your staff, you want to be responsible for your staff. As in the country, you get for responsible for your citizen. Because I think say even to the box, now rent can go rent to. Not to even buy them go buy you. Or not to even rent can go rent to. Now rent then go rent them. So what thing really then do with the money when 90% of government funding, when up to now they not pay them staff it. Remember say them people then they will go work, they left their own family now very day. But yet still, these are the people where they call the international community then tell them say then a dwarf, then a this, then gets a sovereignty state, then it's like they're not listening to nobody, then get all things for themselves. But yet still they go for what they got for pay people then. Then they say to stand for themselves. I don't know really whose side that they go. Then secondly, with the diasporas then, with the turn the blast every day. Let them know one thing, say now we they give the best of the best money in that country, they do tax and other things then. But yet still, now we the blast, now we the cost. If you trust me, I'm saying here. If then people and they learn how to respect the citizen them, one person able to pay for 2 worker inside the ECSL because almost that the money where they pay them, they're not even pay them maybe reach $200.
Okay.
So it's easy for we for do one, but let them learn to calm down and say the truth. The truth that in they set them free.
Now the two go last. Thank you very much.
They will never go inside.
Thank you, my brother.
you,
God
my
bless
brother.
you. Well, now the thing is so. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside you call from.
Thank you, dear.
Sir.
Me name. If I name my friend. So anyway, I made the call from UK.
No, what happened on the phone? You know, say una no so change your phone. I don't change it to 10 now.
Don't take part of the phones. That's go to the back of the movie. When this one go, then you go to the movie. Go straight down there. Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Yeah,
sorry, my brother.
Yes.
Yeah. Very much, man. You see, the brother now we get for fight for this democracy in Sierra Leone. We within the diaspora. I understand the criticism of the face because me and you, we don't can learn some decency. We don't can learn some dignity when we come out of the country. So waiting at thief, we avoid them because in country, when you mistake
I not cut you up, but then they are not agree. We will say we don't can land. Where we go now, we the thief pass the one that we meet. We also don't can land some amount of decency. Go.
I know, I understand. I know say they come up from, but me, we are young man. Like we don't do that in the media, so you get credibility a lot. People only follow you now. So I know with due respect, it will be very shy for make you do what them are do. So we know you talk about people like them, David Francis, them chief ministers, them and them Madam Bill, them because then Kaya, all their aim was for making them survive from politics. Well, you don't left that country, they come at a young age, you start for work. Meanwhile, they talk to you so at a very early stage of 23, 4, 5, I don't graduate, I begin to teach that country, if I accommodate. So, so we know it's not responsibility. We don't begin to pursue things before. We don't just come on like nowhere, and then we come. Some of them guys, they don't come on. If you can take like somebody like David Shenge, come on as when the young, look at his age now 36. So all along, you don't spend time abroad. You know, if you work in America, much more. They will get a big position. So you see, make that money they play na salon. You know, you will get in America, then when they do it, get salon.
But if you want to be honest with yourself, David Shenge, in a very honest way, don't try pass most of the one that we get big position.
Yeah, okay, now so go look at her. Now so go look at her. You work, but if you look at the corruptive side and you look the money they spend na the education sector, me don't be teacher in our country. I know what is happening. I get a lot of people who graduate way, some the head schools and now some the national teachers and now. So I know what is the education policy in Sierra Leone. When me read the education to the deep, so I know what it takes. We get people that we really qualify for taking the education sector far, because of that social media, that so that kind of get that kind credit them. But with regards to the curriculum today, me and you know now, so we go school, we know to the university how them poor. Well, me, I don't care about it because I never follow the university with me and they challenge them. I know how they construct themselves and how they put things. I know they discredit them, but me man will get a long way for go. When you look at that system of the 633 for what we adopt in 1995 with regard to the curriculum, I know Sierra Leone curriculum, I do comparative education. So I understand very well. Yeah, you can come and do well. You can get a bachelor degree. If you not get education, it's difficult for making know the system of the teaching, aspect. And there's a certain level where they receive from them promote to a senior teacher. If you make it end all of them. Now I make people like Alpha, we are not then corrupt, but they know they are the system for long. So anyway, make a come on that side. What you would try for Tommy brother, me and you two get a role for play for what we change this democracy. Yesterday I listened to them people at the upper. Imagine for the first time in history, after election, then they get at themselves for what send the commissioner thank you. You see, then they try for buy people then they try for brainwash people then. How on earth this match they hold this mic, they talk to the election, the credible, poor people, international body they go say the election not credible. Then people, I don't know how they take salon people them. Then guys, these are young people, they not to say them too old, one look at the old don't they, but like no that they believe, they don't point their career. Because how on earth people who they monitor, people who get technology, they say this is not credible. Me and you see the election live. we see what they go on. There's somebody they say it's free and fair, incredible. And these are the very people them who don't see them, who don't read and talk about one bad grace for me and give them something. Right. Imagine, for me to be understanding, I believe say there's so much more party there. Okay. Now this same government, now he pay the nomination, the registration. Why they don't say Femi school? Because they don't say Femi school, not go back on to them. You know.
Thank you very
anyway,
much.
Now that's it.
All right.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah. So let me look at this other area, especially on the area of ECSL. ECSL now they tell we play one say the salary for this all the workman in our UNDP. But they don't tell we say we in a sovereign state. You know, we not go jump behind them and dwarf them. Them don't only make jump. We're not going to be behind them. So waiting at this thing now about sovereignty. Welcome to the show. You name and where you call from.
Good morning, brother. Good morning, brother. By the way.
Good morning. How you do?
Fine.
Okay.
I call from Liban.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, brother. This is shameful. What's way I look back? What's it that you get for help you? You look campaign. And then they say they do a water, they do a per mic, like you white. Because of selfishness. We people we just watch them. They don't even know what they do. This idea they say bookman, they say bookman.
Okay.
If ECSL they're up to date, they don't pay people there. Then the government don't come, they don't insult the national community. Say this, now this, now that. Also, we get for pool money for paying people there as well. We just get for calm down. All this issue, you know, they solve problem. We just get for calm down as it's really. And really, as that me waiting they talk now true. Yesterday, I watch in our life now, you know. I'm so happy when I try reading, when I thank you.
Okay.
Try.
All right.
Like without bother the talker. Now we dey and now get for help we because we say us I we just stay. Now really wanna get for help we for make this country will come back. All about these people they are revenge. A revenge is solve problem. If you say the revenge, everything are revenge, you know the solve problem.
Not true.
No revenge. No focus. No what's ahead of we. Don't forget about the past. Don't focus on the future.
All right. Thank you very much, my sister. All right. So let's take a short break and then and see what we get next.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join me on Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests them where they can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how news again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. other people say na the cow dey lick, especially when dem cook the soup or plasas wey dem lick pass all. So na that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colres.
All right,
as we dey look at
welcome back. Very sorry, like I've been telling una just now say we will actually make time for any one of you guests we go get for come inside and for let we discuss. We just get few minutes we will use for discuss the issues then quick one. So I want to say very sorry for that. And now welcome you to the program, Mr. Joseph Fumulu. You know, a freelance journalist, which means that you get experience in the field of journalism, and you can take part in any media activity. You know, newspaper. It depends on how you feel for put your idea at that particular moment. You know, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so this program in Imna Colres, in as much as we don't almost come to the end of the program, but I'll ask you this traditional question because today is the first time we join in the program. You know what in a Colres now, Enti?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so when are the last time we eat Colres?
Well, to be honest with you, it's more of Casada than other body than Colres.
Okay.
But if I don't introduce me back to the Colres, it'll go
bad. All right, so welcome. And since na Casada now you can get something in the Casada self can sleep and we can eat in the morning. So of course it will be well not to rest again, cold Casada. So we can still move on.
Yeah, cold Casada, you're right, with soup.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me go to the first question. This one are the 10 days where we'll be just putting at the ground because we'll not get better thing. I want to know what thing that you take. We see, after the election done, a lot of discussion on the go all around, and we see observer them bring the report out, and we see the elected president say some things them way not too comfortable, not too pleased with the way how the observer then take stand. We see the chairman of the main party, the ruling parties as well, the kind way how we describe the international observer them and all of this. But as recent as yesterday, we see ECSL pull a release after we don't see the workman and on the tower say for them pay. ECSL saying a UNDP for pay them people in there, and UNDP in a part of the international community. They do not partners them. So what do you think about waiting them we don't say and waiting then they go back to in terms of payment for the polling staff then?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think we waiting and see, because always when then they engage people them for their exercising, they can sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
They can give a contract agreement who side they get for state, almost then get for pay them.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel say ECSL now that is the work towards for make sure say waiting in at the agreement now for go by. So if then say na UNDP na for which pay, I think the people then say besides and create any sensation, let them make the public where they cry to, may they get access some of them the contract where they beside. Because not going just say ECSL that they don't engage them, but up to now, so ECSL don't talk their you now. But let them produce the contract agreement there. Almost each of the category then where ECSL may say. Because that too much opinion just for a blame game. Sometimes it good for Leo really try for find out why somebody they do something where it dwell. So that's when you know a own view, you stand a better chance. If now when it don't say now this it get for do, that it renege deliberately. Now that time now where you could try for say waiting it don't do, fine. So always you good therefore don't ask the contractor then. ECSL who stand you go pay we now. Or they even go to UNDP. ECSL say now una get for remit money for the exercise order will be
But
done
in
do
this
for them.
case, ECSL not they ask them for go to UNDP because as by the contract, now ECSL supposed for pay them. But waiting ECSL they try for make clear na that the money where them for pay them staff them for come out from the UNDP. So now that ECSL they shift say we not go now UNDP for pay now. Not to UNDP directly they go pay them. Now ECSL but now UNDP for give them money.
Not true. Waiting at they try for say now that blame game. Because for let them believe some of feel say waiting made an account to we they grumble. And because ECSL not give them the money, some man go feel say ECSL get the money, no one pay them. So now I make now ECSL want for me to know why they delay. But as you said, you're not journalist, for help them disgruntled people then you can go do your own investigation to ECSL, even to UNDP if it is true. What in ECSL they talk not true for say UNDP not get for pay. That they try for talk. So that me and you now, where we don't know how for deal with the opinion of people, we straight away they believe, especially with this day of social media. The first person where they get that news day, he don't believe us straight away. And you not go to the person where then talk but for this particular information. So now I make based on your investigation, then say them give them contract. And each one of them then tell them say a certain amount there where they forgive them. So now that ECS said they come but say that UNDP, what you know them for what they do, many ask ECSL whose term we go get with money.
Okay,
if you
so
say
since you're not a journalist, you know, the interesting part of your work where they do, you know, specifically they work for one particular media house. It means say you work for different media house. It depends on the time and how the work come. So
the one ready for contract me like I don't begin so.
Sir?
The one ready for contract me like I they do so.
Exactly. So the question now where I ask you, now the first time this on the show you hear about this grumble from the ECSL workman them.
I don't get them from social media.
Good. So interestingly, you just don't tell me I also say as a journalist, we for able for control the way how the public the grumble, for able for get things right. So as a journalist, you be don't find out for know whether ECSL true they go for pay or not.
In fact, yesterday, that morning, you know, you don't see me who say most be online. Now this morning, I see that press release.
Yeah.
You see, I don't tell you what I be done. They do even what it cause a delay. So now, I don't even in my office.
Okay.
So I see. So I'll be done investigate. ECSL say then give them contract and then state almost and go pay each one and by the category. But this one now for say UNDP involved. Say I will try for do that investigation after.
Okay, so the question where we ask now, you know, this one is more political, you know, this particular question. Now, you are aware say UNDP na international partner, and when this election just don't end, you know, President Bio say we know for Abo Panda one day with the jump, then jump with man them. You are aware of that, right? And they as well tell we say we are sovereign states. They don't get anything where they do for it. So the question come back to this. If that's not the case, in as much as this been done day before, but yet still now they're back where they go to. So waiting at this thing about pay and waiting at this thing about stock where they don't get nothing for do.
All right, right back. You know, most times where politicians they make policy statements. I make now one good thing will don't happen in this country. Unlike 30 years ago, when information from government institutions, agencies to journalists, it is very difficult. When you go to any government official for information, you say, well, this one is above me. It's classified. I will not give you this information. But now, with the journalism mass communication school na Fube collect since 1993. Now, the products that the mass communication department of Fube collect don't get. Almost every institution now need a public relations officer. Even the president gets a press secretary. So when president don't make that a statement, then as journalists, we need to go deeply for really try for reach out to the press secretary, the presidential spokesperson. Now, so the president does say. Maybe in the course of answering, he go say, yeah, he get partners we go give support. You see, sometimes the president will make that statement, but there is a duty of the journalist for let himself go deeper to meet the press section. I mean, they're all available. Like I've been listening to Jamiru, now one of their radio station them. Jamiru, they talk about the various ways where he get for reach out to the media. And then he get for comment in predecessor. So you, the journalist, you say you get for create a rapport. Like now these people, all them press secretary them or PR them, all of them, most of who will grow up together. So it's not difficult for meet up there. Most of them, they get access for meet up, na slide meeting, and other meeting there. So that rapport go there. So for instance, from where I don't dey na UNAMSI, na Tanu Jalo, if you don't take me phone number, be the work na Sonsai. You don't take me number for over 10 years. You don't take me email for over 10 years. So if there is anything, I go ask Tanu Jalo. I get a phone number. Even if probably you don't forget me, because of the number of the way they relate to it. So if you say the journalists, when people then in office, then they make them policy statement, try get access to the public relations officer, make them break down in detail waiting actually this mean with this policy don't talk or waiting president don't talk. And they just rely on the speech. It's not enough. You get to go deeper. You go through the speech, the words then, one by one, sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, page by page. Then you're able to try for find out waiting more for go inquire. Because we grow. That is one of the reasons I say journalists they road now for educate. If they try for make people they know understand about something, well they don't know. Now maybe they say journalists and they interpret, journalists and they inform. So not to just go take the speech from waiting the president don't give, then you just go give and he said. It goes beyond he said reporting.
Okay, so in some cases, then it's good that you get the communication somebody for analyze something for you. But taking into consideration waiting on they happen, most of the time when it comes to them, analyzing the thing, they can stand for the massage and things and this. So what about come with independent somebody we could look at the speech from waiting it or read, waiting it or understand rather than the communication person again.
Now make for let you not take size. Or let you not take size. Always look at all the pictures. You go able to ask a critical question. The one way you don't keep them under, you go able to make it pull them out.
Okay.
But as long as you meet a politician, you get a bias, a perceived idea about waiting that person day at a time. Always, you're not going able to get the correct thing for let the whole people then you balance your story in such a way people then go really understand. Waiting do this government official say this? Get time. Like I see most people that when they go to that program, you see SABC, the TV people there, 98.1, you name it, the radio station, AYV, then they run for one for interview the power. But it doesn't stop there. It could be just interview, then radio people, then broadcast people, then they work, the one story, catch a story for them broadcasting station. So you whether they are print journalists, you where they write in detail. They think about the time, the space. So you get for go ask that man, the public relations officer, or even the president, you said be among for ask more questions. We're not just left to the broadcasting journalists there.
Okay, so I will ask you two more questions from this newspaper headline, because now the front page of the newspaper, then we basically the review. This one from the AZ newspaper say the first one is a Nigerian newspaper report ECOWAS speakers poor leadership style. If you when you hear a headline like this, what think how you analyze this thing?
Well, now the headline one is sensational because the view of the speaker, because you have to look at nationalistically. The speaker is from Sierra Leone. So you need for talk to him directly, or you talk to you get press secretary there. Because most of the
okay, you don't mute, you line don't mute, you mic don't mute.
People therefore don't contact her. Well, I don't know inside the story if they may not able to interview.
Okay, so since you not even know that, let me look at the paper for example. This paper, for example, somebody who consider them for be pro-government, and the speaker belongs to this government. Yeah, because the government now one of the organ the way fight for let it day so today. So if this one we can always portray the good image of the government and things the way the government officials that they do, write a thing like this, it means that they don't look into the story better one before they publish it. You don't think so?
Well, it's possible, but being that I know the A to Z proprietor and the editor, that is part of good journalism. When they were no, you said don't talk and say in a government newspaper. So if they try for portray to the one that we not say well, this paper in a only the good thing the way they write, but the government. Even they tell you say again, no, that's not the case. Like this one. But whatever they say, maybe inside the story, they get interview the speaker is said, who knows? It's a gameplay. Somebody else they want to be from here for go be ECOWAS speaker.
Okay. So this now the question is where I ask you. It might be, yes, it might be like what you say, one way or the other person don't get interest where they try for work within the same party again for let them go get it. But member say two person no go come out consecutively for go be ECOWAS speaker from the same country. From Salone they go to somewhere else. The line mute, sir.
Honorable Tunis is a man, a honorable who is not hard to meet. At least, maybe after where this report don't come out, the journalists need to go meet Honorable Tunis. This is what a Nigerian newspaper has said. What do you say? They just oppose them later now. Let the public know, say yes. Because like somebody else we don't get this one now, it go far now. He say, Honorable Tunis not doing work. But then, Honorable Tunis, I don't see, he don't say that speakership. No ECOWAS region, no the way not belong go speaker. Before I not see that. So something, you have to know the source of the story. What is the motive behind that story?
Well, this na my own question as well. Because if a paper like this, for example, if na be we own a newspaper and I write down the way for be understand say sometimes it just comes for damage, the speaker. But a paper like this write something like that, it means that they don't do all the needful. For let them come out and publish. I strongly believe that. You not believe that as well? We don't even see the story in details.
Yes, it come out perceived government paper. But then the government paper is supposed to publish all sides of people opinion. So if that makes the diversity of the newspaper, that make the paper interesting, that one-sided. It's good journalism somehow.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so I'll ask you this final one. When I'm from the same paper, I basically want to follow it because with the time don't come to an end. This one again, based on waiting, they say President Bio appealed for healthy meals for children by 2030. So this one I won't make this particular appeal. Also, in meet with different leaders. Then what do you think about this kind of appeal?
My brother, it's a very good appeal. Knowing, say Sierra Leone is still the creep. So if you go to Rome and make that request, not for the people. We talk about the program in a Koreso. We all Koreso been the eat and nowadays Koreso, not to say, they compare. They compare. I tell you something like I said, now I don't eat this morning. When Pikin eat good chop, Pikin eat good chop, my brother, he go learn. He go able to concentrate. Fine you go for school, chop not the night bella, you're not able to concentrate. And the president want the human capital development, it start with in free quality education. And then free quality education, and for every Peking get access to education. And for that motivate you for able to go school, chop for day always. We don't tell me, brother, they give you burger with. By lunchtime, you get to plate them, we spoon them. Oh, go there, they give you that burger with. When you don't eat it, they feel fine. Well, now that same thing government want to do for motivate people them. The more people them picking their way, they know say, shop there and go school and they eat. That they motivate for them more picking them. So that make a good request where they make.
Okay.
That's
for the first time, from where we begin talking within the shortest time, this is not the only issue where you don't tell me say a very good. You straightforwardly analyze them. You not tell me for go to the public relation. You not say for look the other side of the story. You not say for look into the details of it. You straight away analyze why.
Because this is not a conference. Now once a conference here than the whole.
But still we get for go back to the public relation officer, let detail, let give you explanation better everything mean. Because it's not just
so now so when the president comes now, Jamiru now ain't going to elaborate on more. Maybe more money comes in. You see, maybe more the president make more requests.
Okay.
So you see, so they look at the circumstances, they're not all the same, my brother.
Okay, so no, interestingly, I've been just trying for listen to you and understand everything. That is why I ask you.
so yes, I mean these are for there used to be a time they called us future leaders. Leaders of tomorrow. So president they cater for these leaders of tomorrow. Okay. So you see, I mean, look what you and I we are doing. Usa is and Usa midday. If you not get good education,
yes,
you're not going even think for come with this kind of program.
No.
So the education, it broaden your mind and think of what you do, where worthwhile. So that is the essence of education. But if you start education, chocolate for out of the community, the Piki, and it knows it trusts they go down. The way go again, even though capital punishment, not the corporal punishment, whatever punishment, because of human right. But so teacher, they still they do and say don't spare the road and spoil the child. They see they go on. So that Piki they angry. Okay. So if president go for go request for them, you see.
Okay, we get like 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes for go. So inside these 3 minutes, I go use them for going to the next paper where we call public review. And I go ask you this question because this one again, another controversial thing is for a lot of people, we don't follow how the election come to an end. So let me watch this particular headline. It say, save our democracy. Sierra Leoneans protest in Brussels against BIOS and ECSL. What do you make up of this?
There is nothing wrong in protesting, but the manner in which you are doing. And then what Sierra Leoneans were involved in the protest? What is the composition of Sierra Leoneans that were involved? Is it against ECSL?
Yes,
Did
against
they
ECSL
really?
and the conduct of the election.
Yes, but then have they listened to the report of the various organizations?
And of course, what do you hear from the report of the various organizations?
So, for instance, the new case was a 750 representative of the 11,500 832 polling stations. Was it? Statistically, to a layman's view, 750 polling stations out of 11,832 stations. Was it representative of the entire polling stations?
So this will make I put the same question to you back, say, IGR, for example, we do like 1,000 sample vote and questions then come up with a report, say, Marabio they win by 56% and exactly that we see. It represents the total number of views.
The headline is sensational. Did they really, these guys who are protesting, did they try to gauge, critically look at the result from the various regions?
And another thing where they made the try for bank on, now the transparency when most of the observers they made the bank on, the lack of transparency in the process. You agree to this?
That is their opinion.
And waiting at your
that
opinion.
Is their opinion, but they do not have facts.
Waiting at your opinion about the transparency.
What I saw, because I voted in both.
Yeah. What
I saw, I left my house around 9:30. I went to the polling station. By virtue of my surname beginning with F.
No, we basically they talk about the transparency in the tabulation, talent process. Now they the whole contention day.
No, has this been happening? And every political party is supposed to have polling agents.
So the question where I ask you,
what is the essence of having a polling agent?
That's the observer their own opinion. The question where I ask you now, what do you think about the tabulation or tallying process? Was it transparent?
According to ECSL, they said that is their constitutional mandate.
So I still want to ask you a question. The reason why I ask you the question because you say just now the observer and their own opinion. So I not expect you for tell me about ECSL. I ask you about your own personal opinion. It been transparent?
It been transparent.
Okay.
Right. It been transparent.
Okay. So you have no issue with the election.
So the headline.
Yeah.
Which Sierra Leoneans? Is it Sierra Leonean or just a group of Sierra Leoneans living abroad?
Well, then as Sierra Leone, no matter if a group or not just the one. Of course, you don't say nothing all the way everybody would 100%. You just get some amount of people that will come out.
So, to me, it was transparent.
Okay. All right. So thank you very much. We will get 3 minutes. We don't use like 5 minutes. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that you come in as much as the time be really short for what we discuss. Because as we just look 1, 2, we get a lot of things that we don't look at, but the time not there now we favor again. So I want to tell you plenty. Thank you for you joined me inside the program today, and I appreciate your time with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. We look forward for yet another discussion with you again.
By God's grace.
All right. Thank you, and get yourself a good day, sir.
Welcome, you too.
All right.
Merci.
Yeah. All right. His name now Joseph Fumulu. Well, in a freelance journalist, we've been the try for analyze and give your opinion into the different issues them we don't discuss inside the program. Unfortunately, this time will be get from a very short time, but still we want for tell and thank you. I appreciate them. Thanks to the producer for this program. When I Elias Sabah, my name is Sembepe, the Freedom Fighter. Until we meet again, it's another beautiful edition of a program where we call We Are. One more time, God bless your country, Sierra Leone, where we call We Are, and get yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
À tout à l'heure.
À tout à l'heure.
Another morning again inside we had plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for eat in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join